Hey, welcome back. It's Mac. Today we're making crab fried rice, and that's crab with a K. So this is just pollock and crab mixed together to make a delicious, affordable seafood dish. I've had this growing up in my California rolls and, incorporating it into other dishes. If you haven't tried it, please try it. It's affordable and you can find it everywhere. All right, guys, so here are the ingredients for the crab fried rice. I have yesterday's steamed rice, some eggs, garlic. We got onion, spring onions from my garden. We got some soy sauce, fish sauce, some white pepper, and serrano chili for some heat. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started with the egg. There's a little oil in the pan. I mentioned how I was doing it differently. I cook everything individually and then I throw it in a big bowl like this. And we just start layering it and then we toss it together. So I first start with the egg. I'm gonna saute the onions. About half an onion, save the rest of the onion for something else. I'm just gonna let that cook, get it a little charred. Now that the onions are a little bit charred, we're going to take them out and throw them in the bowl. Now we're gonna add in our crab. Gonna break it up. And this is already fully cooked. All we gotta do is brown it a little bit to give it some color. And that should take about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. We got some color there. Now we're gonna put it in our bowl and then continue on with our rice. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. People think fried rice is gonna be greasy because it has the word fried, but you're using very little oil. Like for this entire dish, I might be using like 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. And look how much rice and ingredients you have at the end. When you divide it up, it's not that much. Once the rice is heated and a little fried up and broken up, we will add everything back in. We'll add the crab, onions, eggs, and I'll saute in a little bit of garlic, and we're gonna do a little bit of serrano peppers to give it a little spice. Oh, I forgot to mention, before we add everything, we're gonna season the rice. We're gonna season it with some soy sauce, fish sauce, a little white pepper, also add in a little bit of the garlic. You could add more chilies if you like it a little spicier. I don't like it too spicy. I just like the aroma of the chilies that adds to the overall dish. With fried rice, you want to break it up and see every individual kernel. And the soy sauce helps you see what you haven't broken up yet. You can just go in there and just break it up. Looks, we're almost there. We're gonna keep on doing that. We're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. Fried rice is one of those dishes that, you know, it could be anything you want, anything you have left over, and it's always going to be good. You know, uh, really like turn your leftovers into something new. I make fried rice at least once a week. Now we're just gonna throw in our green onions. Let's give it a taste for seasoning before we take it out of the pan. All right, that's perfect. All right, we're done. Now it's plate up. All right, guys. So crab fried rice, crab with the K. Oh my gosh. Fried rice is like a weekly staple in my house. Growing up, I used to have it almost every day. My mom would make fried rice, and by the time I got home, it was on the table ready for us to eat. And it was always something different. And it was like clear out the fridge kind of deal. And this is the same deal. You know, I'm just clearing out my pantry, and I made myself a high protein meal that was like 15 minutes. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna get everything in this right. Perfectly seasoned, a little spicy, a little peppery. A great use of my leftovers. If I had fresh shrimp, I'd make a seafood fried rice. Maybe even a surf and turf if I had some steak. High in protein because of the eggs, and I think the carb to protein ratio is like 60-40. Anyways, quick 15-minute meal. Give it a try, guys. Love ya. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you again soon. Take care.